Now a follow-up to a KGW investigation into complaints about CenturyLink. Oregon will lead a national class action lawsuit against the internet and TV provider. KGW's Kylie Boshi started looking into the company more than a year ago. He's in the newsroom with more. Kyle.
And Tracy, this is just the latest development in a legal battle that started last year. A federal judge confirmed the Oregon Public Employees Retirement Fund would be the lead plaintiff in the case. The state figures it suffered nearly $6 million in losses after the stock fell in value amid allegations of fraudulent accounts and billing. The national class action lawsuit claims CenturyLink pushed employees to secretly add services and charges to customer accounts. In February of 2017, a KGW investigation found a spike in consumer complaints about the TV and internet provider. The rise in complaints followed CenturyLink's broad expansion, including fiber optic internet. Customers said door-to-door salespeople were aggressively promoting the service throughout the Portland area. As for the class action lawsuit, CenturyLink said the allegations are completely inconsistent with the company's culture. In an email, the company tells me, quote, "However speculative or unfounded we think these claims may be, we are treating them very seriously and will vigorously defend against them."